Hey everyone, Kevin here. As somebody who owns over 700 shares of Tesla, that's me, I feel obliged to give you the latest drama and inside scoop on Elon, especially since it also has to do with real estate. So not only are we gonna talk about what's going on with the Fremont factory, but I'm gonna give you some inside picks into the houses that he's selling because I couldn't find them anywhere except where I found them, which means you probably haven't seen these pictures yet. So if you wanna know everything that's going on, this is the video for you. Let's just hop right into it because some of this is a little crazy, okay? So here's the scoop. Here's the first house that Elon Musk is selling. He listed this for sale by owner on Zillow, which means he's not using an agent. I'm gonna show you some more pictures in just a moment, but take a look at this. This is a $30 million property, which Elon Musk bought for $17 million in 2012. He originally bought it with a $10 million loan, which means he put $7 million down on it. Well, now he refinanced it to a $19.5 million loan, and he's trying to sell it for $30 million, but doesn't want to pay an agent. Now, here are pictures of the property when he bought it in 2012, which what you'll see is there are a lot more pictures on the inside. You kind of get this like Victorian-esque feeling in some parts of the house. Then in other parts of the house, you get a little bit more of a modern feeling, like it's been updated to some contemporary flair. And then you get this, like it's got a whole host of styles going on in this property. It looks like they got a theater here. I mean, this is certainly a fantastic property with over 16,000 square feet. I will say though, this gym isn't super exciting, although Elon did say that if he didn't have to, he would not choose to exercise. So, you know, he's not exactly an exercise buff. And that, by the way, is just one of the two houses he's selling. There's another one right across the street. This one's address is 10911. And if we go over to 10930, we get the former Willy Wonka house. That is the guy who played Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder, who died in 2016 at the age of 83. This was his house, which Elon Musk bought. And Elon also is selling, look at this, for sale by owner. He's for sale by owning over $40 million worth of real estate here. These are the Zillow pictures. I'll show you some more in just a moment, but these are the pictures that we have on Zillow. Zillow has, by the way, confirmed the authenticity of these listings. I have also confirmed the deeds on these properties, and I could see exactly the way Elon is holding title. He's holding it in a trust. And you can see he quit his own title, his own ownership into his family trust, which obviously makes sense. Very, very commonly done. Talk about that regularly in my management course. And then he did also quit from that trust his title into an LLC, which is another thing we talk about regularly in the liability protection section. But anyway, this particular property has a $6.8 million loan on it. He refinanced at the end of 2018. Now, this property does also have more photos on the multiple listing service than it does on Zillow, but there aren't any pictures of the inside of it. Now, it seems like the property is dated. It was dated when Elon bought it, and Elon has a condition that whoever buys this property needs to keep it in its same charming state, which is really just a red flag that it's dated and kind of needs to be fixed up a little bit. In fact, this was the MLS description from the last time it was on the market. Tremendous opportunity to develop a view property on this acre promontory overlooking a beautiful stream, trees, and white sand traps of the 13th and 14th fairway on the Bel Air Country Club golf course. Yeah, obviously, and then it even says here, note, the property is being sold as is, as a development opportunity, tenant occupied. Okay, well, there you go. So those are his properties that he's now selling for sale by owner. Now, the Wall Street Journal actually ran a cover story on Elon Musk saying he's actually worth $39 billion on paper, but is entirely cash poor. The Wall Street Journal says he has actually listed 3 houses with asking prices totaling $75 $25 million. Elon Musk actually responded to the Wall Street Journal's questions, and in the interview, Elon Musk said, once sold, he said, he wasn't sure, quote, where I will stay yet, but probably rent a small house somewhere. Hey, maybe he can rent one of my rentals. He definitely qualify income-wise, but I don't know about this cash poor thing. Over here, we do see that the Wall Street Journal does say, Mr. Musk's decision to liquidate renews attention on his perplexing personal finances, a multi-billionaire who in past years has claimed he was cash poor, according to court records. There are also suggestions here that he accepts no salary at Tesla and also sometimes has to borrow to finance his lifestyle and business investments because he doesn't want to liquidate his shares that help him maintain control of Tesla. He wants to maintain his equity stake of about 20%, or around $28 billion at Friday's valuation. Wow. Definitely encourage you checking out this Wall Street Journal article on Elon Musk, tech's cash poor billionaire. What a title. And I mean, come on, you gotta give him credit. This graphic. It's like the Elon Musk lemonade stand selling you over $70 million worth of fruits. In other news, Elon Musk did have a baby with 32-year-old Canadian singer Grimes. This is the baby. It is a baby boy. Beautiful baby boy. Its name, by the way, is X Ash 12 here. On the Joe Rogan podcast, Elon Musk actually explained how to pronounce this in his opinion and what it means, and then Grimes had a different pronunciation. See, Elon Musk says this stands for X Ash Archangel 12, and Grimes says that the way you pronounce this is just like X, the letter X, which I guess would be Z, as if that's not confusing enough. Then AI, like how you say the letter A, then I. So I guess that would make the name ZAIA12. Or I kind of like Ash myself. It's simple. This, of course, was followed by Elon's tweet on May 1st, Tesla stock price too high, in my opinion, which promptly led the stock to lose about 10% of its value almost instantly, at one point as low as 13% down. The stock has, of course, since recovered. But now we are on to more Elon drama. It's worth noting, by the way, that at the time of this recording at 3:13 p.m. California time on Sunday, May 10th, it looks like stock market futures are down about 0.25% to 0.5%, with volatility up almost 2%. Well, now what the heck is going on with Elon and lawsuits and the Fremont factory drama? Well, basically, Elon's pissed that the Fremont factory is shut down, and his attorneys, his law firm in New York, put together a beautiful lawsuit. Let's take a look at some of the parts of it and some of the arguments he's making, and then let's take a look at what's actually gonna be happening here soon, because I'll tell you, Elon Musk's outrage over potentially leaving California and opening up shop in Texas or Nevada has gotten a lot of people frustrated, especially since Elon Musk and Tesla received a lot of subsidies for bringing workers to California, and California participated pretty substantially in giving people credits if you bought a Tesla in California. Just a quick way you might remember that is when the Teslas were first introduced, you could buy a Tesla and get a $7,500 energy tax credit from the federal government, and California gave out up to $2,500 as well. So for example, when I bought the Tesla Model X in 2017, I was eligible to get $10,000 back, like not a deduction, as hard cash. That's on top of the incredible deductibility of some of these heavier cars. And so naturally that led to a bit of backlash. For example, here's an assemblywoman from the appropriations chair in California who might be responsible, at least partially, for some of these credits, on Twitter saying, Well, there you go. F***CK Elon Musk. And then, of course, if we look at some of her other tweets, since she has now essentially clickbaited our attention, wow, that's quite an interesting way to do it. Lorena says, California has highly subsidized a company that has always disregarded worker safety and well-being, has engaged in union busting and bullies public servants. I probably could have expressed my frustration in a less aggressive way. Of course, no one would have cared if I tweeted that. Isn't that unfortunately the truth these days? Well, so as if on cue, here is the lawsuit between Tesla and Alameda County that was filed on May 9th. I believe this was filed on a Saturday by that New York law firm. Yep, here it is, filed on May 9th. And it looks like the case number, by the way, is case 420. And then the rest of this case number. Golly, as if this could not get more ridiculous. Wow. Anyway, the lawsuit goes on to suggest that basically, look, the governor declared that the state is closed, but the county went a step further and took on more powers itself and said that, hey, look, if you go to work or you disobey these lockdown orders, you could be fined a misdemeanor. This is where Tesla tries to kind of sneak in under Alameda County's FAQ, where Alameda County ran this and said, here, frequently asked questions, my business installs distributed solar storage and or electrical vehicles charging systems. Can it continue to operate? And Alameda County responded saying, yes, this is permissible, which of course Tesla picked up on and said, hey, well, we do charging systems and solar, we want in. Obviously, there was no such Q&A for auto facilities opening, but obviously a lot of us are excited to get back to work and get things back to open. So by loopholing in under this FAQ, Tesla has essentially filed a lawsuit saying, hey, look, on one hand, the governor says we're okay, we're considered essential, but the county's order puts us between a rock and a hard place. Like, what's going on? We need help. Trying to convince the judge to at least let them resume production, which is what they're seeking in this lawsuit. They also suggest that this is just more evidence that the governor has allowed manufacturing of vehicles to continue, but it's just the county's order that is much stricter. And of course, they're looking for their legal fees to be paid and the right to be able to go to work without basically being punished to go to work. And here's a line that says, if Penal Code Section 148 were to make merely going to work a crime, that would rewrite those health and safety code sections that carefully made some violations criminally enforceable and others not. Basically, they're saying, look, we know there's a law that says it's a crime to go to work if you have a disease and you're sick and you're gonna give it to other people. That's a crime, we got that. But what this order is saying is, because of the Rona lockdown, it's now a crime to go to work. And so this is just really legalese, and Tesla's trying to do whatever they can to get back to work and open their factory, which current reporting indicates that Tesla is going to resume production as they wait for a judge to rule on this injunction. They are asking, obviously, for relief, basically saying, hey, let us open our facility again. And this is where you could see that they're asking for attorney fees. Fascinating. Well, so there you have 10 days in the life of Elon Musk. And then you might be wondering, Kevin, how does this make you feel about owning over 700 shares of Tesla? Well, this is where I take a look at what they've actually produced in terms of their Tesla Return to Work Playbook. Take a look at this. This is a 38-page PDF outlining how workers at the Tesla facilities should go back to work. Take a look at this when we zoom in here. Producing and providing disinfectant in areas wherever possible, adding plastic social distancing barriers, temperature checks or other symptom screenings, touchless services for customers, suspended visits, reduced shuttle occupancy. I mean, they seem to be going all out here. Here we have insight that says you're required to wear your PPE unless instructed otherwise, and you are to clean your PPE daily. Take a look at this. Non-disposable eye protection should be cleaned each day, and if someone coughs or sneezes near you, you should clean it as well. Reusable face coverings should be washed daily. We've also got some photos here that are going to give us some insights into the style of PPE and the workplace environment now. Take a look at this page, for example. You can see these plastic panels have been attached to a lot of workstations, but then this note over here, where thermal cameras are installed, ensure process for managing when someone presents with a high temperature, aka they got the thermal cameras around the building. And then, of course, verify 2 thermometers are at each door with extra batteries for entrances not equipped with thermal cameras. Golly, I mean, this sounds like a pretty fancy facility here. Install plexiglass or barriers at service points. Here's an example of some barriers that they've installed on the production lines. Wash your hands frequently. Do not shake hands. Do not engage in other physical contact. This is a very, very thorough pamphlet, I have to say. International business-related travel is currently curtailed and requires VP approval. This is an example of a check-in desk here, plexiglass up as well. And then take a look at the actual cafeteria area here. Social distancing in effect. Pose for the photos, boys. We got plexiglass barriers here, touch disinfectant wipes up here, these sort of order monitors. And then look at this. The entire cafeteria now has plexiglass separations between every chair. And then there appear to be these orange stickers at every other chair, which I'm assuming says, don't sit here. So that way it's kind of like every other chair is being used. Obviously, I'm not exactly sure what that says, but this is very impressive. And I have to say, for Tesla to put together a manual like this, I don't blame them for being aggressive at wanting to get back to work, even though they might be trying to squeeze in under some, loophole FAQs there that the county has issued. I'm very excited to see how this all transpires. And I'll tell you, it has led to volatility in the stock market. Although, look at this. It's now 3:26 p.m. and we have actually narrowed the stock market futures losses, and we are now looking at a flat opening for tomorrow. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Should be another eventful day. If Tesla stock ends up declining, I will certainly be in tomorrow's live stream for course members, which I encourage you to be a part of as well, in the link down below. I'll be in that live stream at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and if Tesla stock is red, I'll probably go buy some Tesla stock with y'all. So hope to see you in that live stream. Make sure to check out that link for life insurance, especially without these social distancing guidelines. Get your life insurance, get your 2 free stocks with Webull. Remember, that promotion ends in 2 days. So get in, deposit $100, get your 2 free stocks. And for now, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.